Hello! So in this video, I will be redesigning the Velma character. So me and Laventran had the same idea around the same time. I recorded this last week. I felt weird about uploading this since it's like right after her, but I think after this show came out, I think a lot of people had this idea, so I don't feel like I'm singling out copying anybody because I didn't. Anyway, and if you like my drawings and you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, you should like and share and subscribe. And I have a Ko-fi to fund getting better things to make my videos. And I have a gaming channel that I will at some point upload on when I have free time. Okay? Onto the actual video. So the reason I made this was because the week it came out, me and my friend, particularly my friend who really likes Scooby-Doo and grew up with it, was like he was super upset about it. And so I just would hear, my friend was upset and this was making me upset, and so I just redesigned all the characters out of like anger. Anyway, I should probably talk about the drawing in the background now. So the main character, Velma, obviously, I'm gonna have some critiques about this show while I'm talking, and their designs, which is they tried to 2022-ify the characters by like race swapping them, but they didn't really do anything with the outfits, which if you're gonna change them, just go crazy. And I'm not really, the only race change I'm angry about is Shaggy, and that's because I think it's kind of racist, but we'll get to that when we get there. Anyway, for Velma, I kept her outfit pretty the same. I just added plaid to her skirt and some leg warmers to like, again, because leg warmers are in style, and then like the Mary Jane style shoes. Anyway, now on to me bitching. So they made, I'm gonna say Norville black, and I don't want to like get into like political things, but why did they picked out of every character they could have made black, they picked the character that eats dog treats. If some of you guys don't know, the live action Scooby-Doo apparently it was supposed to be like have a higher rating, and if you watch it older you can tell. And in the beginning of one of the movies when they're smoking hot dogs, the smoking hot dogs with quotation marks, you know, the character that's implied to be a stoner, like that feels racist. That feels like really racist. Like, I'm an oblivious person, and I usually don't see things like that. Like, usually goes whoop over my head because I'm not that bright with social cues, and I see it. I also added Scooby, but anyway. And I saw some people redesigning him online as Hispanic, which makes it worse. I think it's worse because, you know, the stereotype of, oh, they're bringing drugs from the border. Like, there's no, like, you can't, it just angers me so much because they could have picked any other character. Like, I swapped, for this redesign, not to take away representation, I made Daphne black, and half black, half Filipino, because I didn't want to take away representation, but at the same time, Shaggy being black was wrong. And I know in the show they made him anti-drug, but then at that point, is it really Shaggy? Like, even though in the show it's because it's for kids, they didn't say anything, but like, you know, the way he talked, he smoked weed. Anyway, I hope you like my redesign and you don't mind how angry I got, because I really do think it was racist. I don't know, like, I'm usually fine with race swapping. Like, I don't care about Velma being South Asian. Like, I'm like, okay, that's nice, like, good for South Asian people. But for Shaggy, it feels racist. It feels really racist, and it feels like nobody, like, really thought that hard about it, and nobody wanted to think that hard about it. Anyway, this would be a good time for me to say, if you are new here, my videos usually aren't like this. Like I said, this is kind of an anger thing. But if you like this video, and you like my art, you should subscribe. I have a gaming channel that I haven't uploaded anything yet. I have a Ko-fi for like funding things for my channel, like a new microphone, and my commissions are open. Okay, that's everything. Okay, now on to Daphne. So Daphne was the next one I drew, and like I just said, I made her, in the show she's Filipino, and I didn't want to take that away. So she's half Filipino, half black. Also, I saw a clip online from the show. Apparently, her parents were like thieves. Again, feels racist. Like, I don't even know. Like, I've seen clips from the show, and maybe it's because I'm seeing them out of context because I won't watch it because I refuse to go on HBO Max and support a show I think isn't great and shouldn't, like, I don't think it should be getting attention so that it doesn't do well. But I saw a clip online, and it was like, her parents were like thieves? That feels wrong. Like, you know? And then, like, I've seen other clips where they're making fun of Velma, like, the character, and they're, like, saying that she has, like, hairy monkey arms and that she's ugly, and, like, it feels wrong. It feels really wrong. I think it just feels really wrong. Maybe it's because I'm getting bad. Maybe it's because I'm getting bad, like, light of the show. But anyway, I should probably quit complaining. So for Daphne's design, I did change her the most. Like with Shaggy, I just kind of put a more like emo-ish undershirt under him and I grew out his hair. Like, I didn't change much of Shaggy. I made his eyes blue to match Scooby's collar because yes, I added in Scooby. There can't be a show, a Scooby-Doo without a Scooby-Doo. Case closed. Anyway, for Daphne, I wanted her to look like she, like, because again, I'm kind of like 2023 or 2022, 2023-ifying these characters. I wanted her to look like she, like, jumped out of a Pinterest board. So, I added one of those, a tank top with the, like, the shirt under it, which I know was in fashion for a while. I gave her this, like, I still wanted it to be kind of like 60s, 70s because that's when the show came out, so I gave like a polka dotty skirt that made me think of the 70s. I tried making her whole afro orange, and I ended up not liking it very much with her skin tone, so only the bottom part is orange. But I also did a thing where it's like the bottom is dyed orange dip dye, and then the front part is like full-on dyed orange. I really liked her design. She's my favorite. I think even though she doesn't really look like Daphne, I think like if you look at her, you're like you saw her in a modernized Scooby-Doo show or whatever, you would be like, that's Daphne. Unlike, I still think she carries the energy of Daphne. Not that speaking of, in the animated show, they changed Daphne's outfit, but they made it really weird. I don't know what's going on with that. It's weird. I've seen like screenshots, and I don't understand. Like it's like purple thigh-high socks with the dress, but it's not really the dress from the old show, but it kind of looks like it. And then it's super, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't like it. Anyway, on to Fred. Okay, so for Fred's design, I decided that he was gonna, I think he's always been from rich parents, same thing with Shaggy, but I think Shaggy's more like family disappointment rich parents, and Fred's more like not family disappointment rich parents. So I would like to think he always dresses to his like family's standards. He has a Letterman jacket from like doing all these cool things for school so his family looks good. I made him Hispanic because, you know, I feel like the only one they didn't change was Fred so that they could make fun of him, and then they make fun of him for like neurodivergent traits, which as a neurodivergent person, the ableism, like, I saw, like, the scene that everyone was, like, freaking out about with the steak, and it made me cringe to think, like, people thought this was actually funny and, like, not making fun of people. Like, I can't even comprehend, like, why is that even, like, funny to anybody, you know? Anyway, I changed that. So, Shaggy is the token white now. That was a joke. And so that's basically what I did for Fred is what I just described. I tried to translate all of his colors over. So the light blue, the orange, the white. I gave him jeans because I still wanted him to look like more like still like kind of would like be making traps, and I'd like to think that he still has his obsession with traps from Mystery Inc. and like I don't know. And that's why he's holding, like, the wrench, because he's like, I just made a mechanical trap, and I'm putting away my wrench from making my mechanical trap, and that's what I was thinking of when I was drawing it, and I was thinking about him, like, showing everybody, like, look at my trap! It's amazing! It's gonna catch all the bad guys! And everyone being like, uh-huh, yes, you go, Fred. you know? Anyway, I had a lot of fun making this video. I know it's just sketches, but like thinking about their designs and then being angry about the Velma show took like so much emotional energy out of me. Especially the Shaggy thing, because like, I just couldn't believe that a bunch of people in a boardroom didn't like, they thought, oh yes, let's be more progressive, and then they made the character who is implied to smoke weed and eats dog treats black, and then they changed his character in the show because they know making that character black was wrong and was kind of like raw, like, you know, racist. And then they decide to backpedal, but they don't backpedal the right way. They backpedal by completely changing the character when they could have just made any of the other characters black, but they had to pick Shaggy. I don't understand how a bunch of adults in a boardroom came to that decision when it would be just as easy to just pick any of the other 3 characters and it wouldn't have been racist at all. Like, that's the part that bothers me the most. Anyway, before I go on a 20-minute rant, I am going to stop this video. And if you like my drawings, again, subscribe. I had a lot of fun making this video. I had a lot of fun drawing these, even though that was out of anger. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye-bye.